Hey, I'm Milli Bala, one of your Sweet Beats ambassadors, brought to you by Strawberry Lips. Thank you for sending through your questions and action. Firstly, I think that would be a blessing because some of us didn't get the chance to actually know from the onset what we want to do, like myself. It took me some time. But I would say it's best to go to a college or university and actually study music. Study a DJ course so that when you get into it, you know all the technicalities. Absolutely not. Firstly, I had the pressure of parents wanting me to be a lawyer. Secondly, I did a secretarial course and I ended up in financial services. Eventually, I went into interior deco, which I enjoyed, but as a blessing, my contract was not renewed. And then on my first paycheck, I actually went to a club because I didn't know what to do with the money. I wanted to give my mom some money and she said, no, go spend it on yourself. So I thought, let me try clubbing. Since that day, I was at a club every weekend. And that's how I got the niche and the passion for music. And then I would buy CDs, but I wouldn't understand why this track sounds differently when I play it at home, and then it sounds differently when it's played by a different DJ. So I then asked, I got curious, and then they told me how it works on the decks. And I basically think that's what sold me to DJing. I would say it's my unique self, which applies to everything that I am because we are all different. Another thing is I went into it strictly for the passion. I didn't even realize that I would make it into a career. And I've tried not to take the easy way out, so to speak, where you get favors or you date DJs in order to get a gig because you're a woman, but to try and actually learn how to get into the industry respectfully and in a way that I can be proud of when I sit on my own and think about the journey that I'm taking. If you are quite well presented or presentable as a woman, whether it's your features or your body structure or how you carry yourself, which in my case, most of it is my confidence. You are always looked at or judged as you are only here because you are pretty, or because you're a woman, or because a man dated you, or took you out, or bought you this, and that's how you got the gig. So each and every time you actually get on the decks or you get a gig, you need to prove yourself. So I've been doing this now for 7 years because I started 2010, but each and every time I go into a gig, I prove myself, which takes mostly the first 30 minutes of your set. And then if you have an hour, the last 30 minutes is the only thing that they enjoy because at first they were scrutinizing you for the first 30 minutes. So that's a challenge in itself. Another would be that the people you work with, which are mostly men, they will want to take you out, ask you out, date you, and if you say no, you come across as arrogant. It never comes across to them as if you actually know what you want or that you actually have a boyfriend at home that's not a DJ. And you are quite happy with where your relationship is. And then if they have access to certain gigs, they will block your way. A gig will come and then the next thing is cancelled. And it's only because you said no to whatever it is that he wanted you to give to him. So you need to be very strong, you need to be courageous, and you need to be confident in your craft. Trust yourself, know yourself, and before you can present yourself to the public, which is mostly your fans and your supporters, keep in mind that it's not always fans and supporters. Some are just there to criticize. So if you have confidence in your skill and in yourself, it will take you a long way. Yes, it does, a great deal in fact. Most of us can't get into television. It's not that easy. You can't get into radio, it's not that easy. And if you are more than just a DJ, you also produce like I do, it's not easy to get your music out there. So you will have platforms like YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, which helps you to get out there and have people see you. And I think that's just one of the ways that Justin Bieber was discovered. So you never know the power of social media. So use it because it is right in front of you. Jackie McLean's Wood. She's actually, when I first got to know her, I was surprised that she's a DJ. She's actually an actress in The Bold and the Beautiful. Now that's a soap for older people, and we know that the storyline is always the same. So I was surprised when I saw her actually on Instagram as well, that she's actually a DJ besides being an actress. She also hosts certain events all over the world. So she gets to do boat events, top clubs, and I just aspire to be like that. I love that she's not glued into one thing and that she's actually out there and just doing what she loves. She inspires me. When I see her, I'm like, I definitely want to be a DJ still. I've actually played at the Fire and Ice in Cape Town, which I loved. The crowd was very elegant, which is along what I play, deep house music. I've also played in the township. One of my favorite places there is called Groover Park. Everyone is just free, everyone is being themselves. They dress how they want, they drink what they want, they dance the way they want to dance. And as a DJ, it feels like you are actually giving them something more than just the sound. So I love that. My dream gig would be to play at Taboo, which is in Johannesburg. I would say that one because it's local. I'm from South Africa. But most of all, I just want an international gig. Hopefully in Ibiza or Berlin, because that's where deep house is big at the moment. So I want to be part of that movement. And then once I get that first step into the door, I will soar to wherever I want. What's next for me is more gigs, international gigs. I'm also going to release my second album in April next year. At the moment, I'm waiting for my single to come out, which should be anywhere between the 10th of December this year and the 16th of December. I'm shooting music videos for the album. And I'm also branching out with the power of being a DJ to a handbag label. So I'm excited about that, and I'll reveal all the details when it's closer to the launch.